Okay, the Gold Coast Mariners have released Usain Bolt from his professional tryout. It would have required a third party for him to get a contract signed. There is not a lot of money in Australian soccer or Australian football, depending how you want to look at it. In the A League, there's not a lot of cash. A European club in Valletta in Malta had offered him a contract and he turned that down. The Gold Coast Mariners were keen to obviously try and negotiate a deal, but it would have needed third party investment. They would have needed a new sponsor to come in, or some kind of outside investment from either the Australian Football Federation or another sponsor coming in to sponsor the team to pay his wages. No one can lack Usain Bolt's drive and commitment to try to become a professional football player, but other professionals have basically said it would be a joke if he made it at his age. Plus, his first touch is heavy, to say the least. He has been criticised for his positioning and his technical abilities on certain aspects of the game, such as heading, ball control, and positioning, especially. Andy Keogh, an ex-Republic of Ireland international who's now playing in the A-League, was highly critical. But no one can deny Usain Bolt had commitment to try. But it does raise the question about what sportsmen and women do after they retire from their chosen sport. It's not unheard of that other sportsmen have gone from one sport to another. I mean, Freddie Flintoff went into boxing briefly. Admittedly, people can go, how serious was that? But other sportsmen have tried different routes and competed in multiple sports. But Usain Bolt had made no secret of his desire throughout his entire life to try and give football a go. He's always been a keen football fan. He's always enjoyed playing in his charity matches. And yes, having a kickabout with mates, no problem, Usain Bolt. But technically and development-wise, he will be so far behind youth players. It was unreal. Yes, he's got pace, and yes, he could trouble defenders with his pace, but his positioning is poor and his first touch is poor. That doesn't mean the story ends here. That doesn't mean another football club won't come along and give him a shot, but he is 32, and a lot of players have retired by this time in their careers. A lot of players have called it a day. David Bentley, prime example of a player who retired before he was 30. So it will be a big risk if another club came along, but I wouldn't be surprised if another team does have a little look at Usain Bolt at some point. But notice these aren't top level clubs playing in top level European leagues. These are professional leagues looking at him, and the clubs that he has done training with, apart from Dortmund, are not at the same standard as some of the Champions League level clubs that are in Europe, or leagues that qualify for the Champions League. They are professional leagues, but they are the lesser professional leagues. So we'll have to see what happens. But the Gold Coast Mariners have now released him because they couldn't come to an agreement on a contract. It was partly down from financial and partly down from footballing reasons. They couldn't quite come to a contract agreement. They would have needed help, possibly from the Australian Federation or possibly from an outside third party. So that's how it's ended. But I wouldn't be surprised if another team does give him a tryout. He's had training sessions now and been in pre-season training with a lot of teams, and he's actually now done a full pre-season playing as well. So he seems to have got that itch. But whether another team is willing to take a risk is up for debate. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.